Good evening, folks. How are we tonight? So, you know, I promised in my last video that I'd do a little bit more digging about this Project B thing, okay? And so, as luck would have it, I didn't have to go very far because it seems like today, uh, the people who have gotten themselves involved with Project B have spent a lot of their time trying to distance themselves from the Saudi Arabian government. Now, they are insisting that there's no Saudi Arabian money backing the team. So let's talk for a minute because there's a little thing that's going on here called sports washing. Okay. Now, the Project B League does have a partnership with SELA, SELA, which is an events company. It just so happens that SELA is a wholly owned subsidiary of Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, which is the kingdom's sovereign wealth fund. So this is just a question of semantics here, all right? That's all this is. And in fact, uh, further investigation that I did turned up an article from The Guardian, which, by the way, is a fantastic source, okay? Always on the money, always legit, doesn't take money from corporations, one of the most reputable news agencies on the planet. So The Guardian has revealed that since 2021, Saudi Arabia has indulged in sports washing on many levels in an attempt to distract from its dismal civil rights, human rights record. And I believe that wholeheartedly because look, I'm a political person. In my other life, this is what I do. But let me tell you how I feel about this because this is something that we have to talk about. So we have a women's league here that is playing in tournament style play across Europe and Asia, and they couldn't find another sports and entertainment company to put them on. They had to go with SELA. It's because Saudi Arabia throws its money around like it's candy, okay? They've done it in soccer, they've done it everywhere, and I'm going to put the Guardian article in here if you're interested in reading it, okay? But here we have a country whose human rights record with women is dismal, okay? And not only that, murdered Jamal Khashoggi, a journalist, and chopped up his body, a country that is, although the U.S. government says there's no direct ties with the 9/11 terrorist attack, the victims' families have lawsuits out there that show evidence that Saudi money was involved in 9/11. And in fact, the FBI later confirmed that one of the individuals investing in the 9/11 terrorist attacks was a Saudi intelligence agent. So I just think I don't want to call it hypocritical, but to me, uh, it's hard for me to get my interest up in watching any kind of basketball that has Saudi blood money backing it in any way, whether it's through SELA, okay, which is directly tied, and let me repeat that, to the kingdom's sovereign wealth fund. When their record with women is, has it improved over the last 5 years? Yeah, it has, but it is by no stretch of the imagination a good record. In fact, it's always they always rate Saudi Arabia at the very bottom of the barrel for this issue. So that's my problem with that. I just wanted to get that on the table, and the reason I'm bringing it up at all is because it is being reported in a bunch of venues now that the people involved with Project B are trying to distance themselves from Saudi Arabia. Okay, so On the brighter side, I actually have a great video to show you guys tonight. Relative to Caitlin Clark and the Brazil national team game. So let's look at that, okay? And then I'll close with a little ending here, okay? Let's see what we got here. All right. I kind of like the way this video is presented, actually. So, oh, hang on a second. Let me do one thing here. I want to optimize because there is basketball involved here. It's not just talking. So, here we go. We're going to do that again. There we go.
Since I left about a year ago, and I think just getting to see people that have supported me throughout my career and continue to support me is going to be incredible. But also, like, they're the biggest Indiana Fever fans too now. Like, they want to meet all my teammates. They want to cheer for my teammates. And I was telling some of the girls this the other day, I'm like, they're going to go crazy for you too. They're going to have your backs. Like, they want to cheer for you. They want to buy your jersey. They're going to have signs about you. They want your autograph. They want a high five from you. And I think that's what I appreciate about them the most is, like, they want to cheer not only for myself, but everybody else on this team. And they have so much fun watching us. So now getting to take the Indiana Fever to them and their environment, I was telling Lexi and some of the other girls this the other day, is like, this will be the loudest arena you have ever played in. They're going to scream. They're going to cheer. When I tell them to get up, they're going to get up. So it'll be fun to get to go back there since my last time playing there in the NCAA tournament my senior year. So it should be really special.
Here comes Clark in transition. Clark, pull up three. You bet! Mitchell, why not? Here's Clark off the rebound. Eyes up. Finding Boston on a dime. Able to finish on the follow. And an electrifying start because, of course, as the Clark family applauds. Clark bodying inside, wraps a pass. Good movement here. Cunningham. Cunnings plus the foul. Here's Ann.
It is simply fun to watch the Indiana Fever play basketball, especially on the offensive end. Dribble, penetrate, pass, 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 get a great open look for three.
Already they're 6-3 of this opening quarter. Yesterday they were just 6 of 28 from three. Caitlin Clark hit her first attempt from three, as 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 points for Kelsey Mitchell. Clark, what up?
The fans are here to watch Caitlin Clark. She certainly has not disappointed in this first quarter.
Is off for Queiroz. Here comes Clark. Down the floor. Touchdown. Clark to Bonner. Here's Clark. Clark on the drive. Gets to the cup.
I missed this. You're going to be amazing because you are amazing. Love you. Have fun. How are you? Good. How are you?
You're an amazing player. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're changing the history in basketball.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming here and playing us.
Better looking possessions of the day for Brazil. Here's Clark. Wow! You bet! From beyond the logo! And a little point out.
I mean, come on.
You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Why she coming? Did it get loud in here? Did it get scored? Yeah,
No one really cares.
You gotta be better.
Continue to show up. How important was it for you to showcase this to your Indiana Fever teammates that this is special?
Well, I'm just thankful I could bring them all here. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for them. So, I mean, this is what women's basketball is all about. And all these people, 15,000 people and more, love them too. So that's what's about.
Okay, so you hadn't played
So, gang, that was a great little video. So I will make sure I put that in the body of this video, okay? I'm just saying, okay? In closing, you know, Project B is going to be Project B is going to be Project B, okay? I don't consider tournament style play across Europe and and Asia to be a threat to the WNBA in any way, manner, shape, or form, quite frankly. All right, except for the fact that they're throwing a lot of money around. Let's see if the league lasts, okay? You know, it's great to start out with all this billionaire dollars, with all these billionaire dollars, but let's see where this actually goes, okay? And I just think that, I don't know, it just seems to me in a women's sport that's exploding now, there needs to be a little bit more discerning, few more discerning choices about who we associate ourselves with. But that's me. I will see you guys tomorrow once again with another video, and I have even some more, even maybe cooler reels for you folks. But I will talk to you all again tomorrow. You have a great night tonight.